Hello Patsy as well, for your looking well, Miss Sabrina Bewitched here, bringing you another cheeky wee video this week. Welcome to Sabrina Bewatched, the show where I be watching some TV shows, some videos on the internet, whatever else you want me to watch. This week, of course, we're having a look at the brand new season of Rupauls Drag Race Season 13. And of course, we'll be continuing looking at it as the season plans out. Now, what an episode it was. There was twists, turns, gags, goops, and all the rest of it, so let's just stop talking and get straight into the episode. So first up, of course, the queens have to enter the workroom. First up is Miss Candy Muse, and she is looking stunning in this full denim fantasy, and I love the fact that she has a denim fucking boombox to go with it. That's just absolutely iconic. She was, of course, formerly in the House of Aja, which apparently, according to her, got disbanded, and there's a bit of drama, it seems, there, so we can't wait to see how that plays out. But yeah, this look, I love it. It's stunning. She's really funny. She looks gorgeous, and I can't wait to see what she does. Second up, we have Miss Joey J, and she looks, again, unreal. It's lovely. I love the red fantasy. I love the feathers. I know what Candy was saying about like the whole chicken feather thing. Personally, I do prefer an ostrich feather, but I still think this looks absolutely gorgeous. It is a perfect outfit for lip syncing in, so like, I'm glad she chose this one. I'm sure she's glad too. But yeah, she looks unreal. I love it. I'm getting like full. I love like the sort of wet hair look and like the bedroom eyes that she's given. Just looks like she's ready just to shag everyone in the room. And I can relate to that a lot, you know? So of course Mama Roo goes, what if I just frighten these bitches for a wee quick second? And she decides to invite them onto the main stage to introduce themselves and of course lip sync for their lives. Within like 2 minutes of getting there, I'd have booked my fucking dinner up. I'd have been booking all around the place. I couldn't have coped. I couldn't have coped that quickly in the competition being told to lip sync. But of course Miss Candy Muse does win it. She's very funny. It's a lip sync to Call Me Maybe, and she's like pressing play and pause and all this here shit on the boombox, and she's a gag. I love Joey J's lip sync as well. I thought they were both good. They just both approached it from like different angles. But yeah, they turned it. So Candy Muse won, and of course she goes into like the winners area, and Joey J goes into the pork chop loading area thingamabob. So we'll have to find out what that is as the episode progresses. Next up, we have Miss Denali, and she came in not only in an ice skater's outfit, but fucking ice skates, which at first I thought, oh, it's just like high heels that are made to look that way, but no, she came in full ice skates. Now, I've only ever been ice skating once, I'll include a video. It didn't go very well, and I could barely walk on them on the ground that you're supposed to be able to walk on them on. So I don't know how she done this. She must have scored the fuck out of that floor. She must have just scraped every possible area that she walked on. But you know what? Fair play to her for keeping her balance and being able to do it. Next up, we have LaLaRe, and first of all, I love her. I think she's really, really funny, and I think she looks like she's going to be a gag, and I can't wait to see what she does in the show. I like this outfit, but I kind of wish there was like a thigh-high boot with it or something. Do you know what I mean? I wish there's just something to take it extra. I do love the fact that she wore a sparkly mask, and I love that she made that wee statement. So it's pretty. I feel like it could be taken up a notch, do you know what I mean? But I love her. I really, really do love her. The second lip sync is to When I Grow Up by the Pussycat Dolls, which is a bad luck song for me because I tore my curtain pole down trying to sing it. Now I've got a confession. Both the girls are serving it. They're both being like a wee bit comedic. They're dancing about. Fair play again to Denali for being able to do it in ice skates. I'm sure RuPaul's looking at that stage going, I'm not going to be able to buff that out. Rue's like, Pet, see the moment you come out on my stage with ice skates on and fucked it all up? Actually, you're in the bottom too. I don't care. You can do the splits. You can do whatever you want. You've ruined the stage. Go home. I'm loving what I'm seeing so far. I'm really like on edge, waiting to find out what the twist like is, like what the crack is actually going to be with like the whole, you know, going home, because I don't think they're actually going home. Like they can't actually be going home like first straight off the bat. Next up, we have Miss Symone, and she looks gorgeous. She looks like a fucking supermodel walking into that room. I'm obsessed with her. Like she's so stunning. She's just so beautiful. Like just look at her. Just like take a moment and just look at her. She is beautiful. The face, legs, body, everything. She's gonna turn it on the wrong way. I do love the dress. I love like the dress and love the idea of putting loads of photos of yourself. The only thing I will say, whenever people use those photographs and stuff, it's hard to get like a nice shape with it. Do you know what I mean? So I wish it was like a wee bit more shaped, but I still love it. I love her. I'm obsessed. She's gorgeous. She's just so beautiful. Next up, we have Miss Tamisha Amon, and she is wearing a gorgeous red suit, and her titties are just fully out, and she's not here to apologise for that, and I love it. I love this look. I think she looks gorgeous. She looks ready to like take on the competition. I love like a power suit or something that makes you just look like I'm here to take the crown. Just put it in a purse and I'll walk out. I'll get you a McDonald's or something on the way home. Miss Tamisha as well has a wee moment on the stage with the judges. I don't want to spoil it because it is a wee heartwarming moment. I don't want to take too much away from the episode. We'll just say that she talks about her battle with cancer and stuff, and she was supposed to actually be on season 12, which I think was the previous season. Yes, season 12 was the previous season. But she couldn't, unfortunately, because of that. But honestly, props to her for battling it and getting through and making it on this season. I love her even more hearing that, you know. It's a really touching moment on the stage, so I'll just let you watch that bit for yourselves. The Pleasure Principle by Janet Jackson is the next song, and again, both the queens turn it. Miss Symone, of course, wins this lip sync, and Tamisha is sent backstage to the pork chop loading dock where Denali and Joey J are waiting on her, and we're kind of like seeing pictures of all the first ever eliminated queens. There's no Gothy Ken doll or anything like that, so they mustn't be doing the other seasons. Next up, of course, we have Gottmik, who is the first ever trans male contestant on Drag Race, which is amazing to see. And he's fucking gorgeous out of drag. Like, Gottmik, I don't know if you're single, but if you are, please just like send me a wee DM and let's just get married and run away together. I love this drag, this sort of like quirky, kooky, like artsy drag. I'm absolutely here for it. I love just the loofah shoulder piece fantasy. It's just like, she looks like a sexy like mime on an acid trip. It's amazing. We also have Queen Utica, who again, I think these are probably my two favourites so far. Utica looks like if Crystal Method and Gigi Good had a child. Like, this is what it's fully given me. I just love her. She looks really funny. On the main stage, there's a moment where they say, "Why do you have a strawberry on your head?" It's like, because I'm allergic to them. I'm like, what a statement. What a statement to make. Your first impression just... Oh god, what an icon. Their lip sync song is Rumours by Miss Lindsay Lohan, and they're both turning it. Gottmik is serving just your dancing lip syncing fantasy, and Utica seems to be doing like a comedy, like campy routine. I'm living for both of them, but Gottmik ultimately ends up winning the lip sync. I think they're both stunning. I'd be sad to see either of these go home, so I really hope RuPaul isn't sending Queens home the first day. I'm gonna ring her and tell her, don't do it, or I'll have to fucking punch you in the tit or something, I don't know. Next up is Miss Rosie, and she is wearing a gorgeous sort of like pink racer leotard jumpsuit moment with a big pink wig and a big blacked out tooth, which is nice to wipe off because no one is around to see it, so squandered for your pet, but she looks gorgeous. I'm getting like Ariel Versace vibes with this, just like the full like neon pastel pink colours and the huge hair. She's of course in the same house as Jan. They're actually in a girl group together. They were on America's Got Talent. So we have another vocal queen here. Olivia Lux is next, and I love this vintage sort of Marilyn Monroe, Jessica Rabbit fantasy that she has given me. I love the ruffles. I love the pink and yellow combo. I love the big finger wave and huge ponytail. It's just, and I love the tiny purse. She said, all I need, mama, is 2 Tic Tacs and a hair clip, and that's all I need to get through my life. And I just aspire to be that organised, do you know what I mean? She is stunning. Absolutely stunning. I'm here for her. She's another one of my favourites, I think. Their lip sync song is X's and O's, which was an iconic song. I love that Olivia Lux just said, fuck this dress, will you see this? Pulled it down a bit, I'm ready to dance. She of course stuns the judges and ends up winning the lip sync. And I love history repeating itself because Rosie has the same energy that Jan had when she didn't win the challenge. It's like confused, shocked, and a wee bit pissed off, which I think is the most realistic response to this, because pretty much every other queen, I know like you're supposed to say something like funny and like, ooh, but like if you're eliminated first, especially under these circumstances, you'd be fucking raging. I would take whatever queen sent me home, I would take all of her lipsticks, I would colour in the entire mirror, and I'd just take my nail and just scribble out bye, like in the very corner. Like I'd be so spiteful, I'd be raging. Next up we have Miss Tina Burner, and she's arriving in this sort of like campy fireman dress, and I love it. It's really pretty. I love the big red sculpted hair. She seems like she's going to be the comedy queen, but she also could be the bitchy queen of the season. We're getting those vibes. There seems to be something going on with her and Rosie, which I'm excited to see how that plays out. But I love this look. I love campy drag. I love it. Like, it reminds me of like typical British drag and stuff over here, which I love. I love the funny, I love the comedy queens. Of all the time in the world for the campy queens, you know. Next up is Miss Kimora Hall, and she said, I'm going to get myself a crisis loan or some PayPal credit, and I'm going to buy myself this Bob Mackie dress, and she looks absolutely gorgeous for it. I love the giant sculpted hair. I love, like, it's probably, like, she seems like she might be quite a small queen, so it might not actually be giant, it's just maybe her, but, like, it looks unreal. I love the sort of creamsicle colour of the dress and the orange ostrich feather fantasy. She looks absolutely gorgeous, and I know this bitch is going to turn it out in their own way. Next up we have Miss Elliot with 2 T's, and she is given like this sort of 80s vibe, but I'm also getting like kind of Courtney Act vibes from the look. Again, out of drag, he is fucking gorgeous. Like there are so many gorgeous fellas on this show. ready to get pregnant by the end of the season, you know. Their lip sync happens to be a three-way one, and they get a very iconic song. It's of course Lady Marmalade. And all the girls do very well, but there is only one winner. That is, of course, Miss Tina Burner. Kimora and Elliot get sent backstage to the pork chop loading dock, which I think we're about to find out what that might be. All the winners are in one group. We hear that there might be a wee bit of drama going on between Miss Rosie and Miss Tina Burner. The girls who did not make it are in the pork chop loading dock, and we find out that apparently they're going to have to vote one of their fellow competitors off the show. Dun dun dun. Well, so it seems. I know, part of me feels like there's going to be another twist again, like we're going to vote for them and then they're going to get like immunity or something weird. I just don't think that that's it. Like, one episode, all you do is lip sync and you go home. Like, imagine spending all that money on outfits and stuff and flying all the way over there and just getting to a pet. Mirroring a taxi. RuPaul said, you know what, you want drama, which I don't want. By God, you'll get it in spade loads. I'm so excited to see what happens next week, and I'm so excited to see how this season plays out. So far, I'm really loving everyone. I feel like my two favourites are definitely Gottmik and Utica, but I want to hear from you guys. Who are your favourite queens? Leave your comments below. But until next week, thank you all so much for watching. If you like this video, make sure you give it a wee thumbs up and subscribe. I try to post videos every week, be it this or be it some makeup tutorials and all the random crap that I like to do. But until next time, stay safe, stay home, and wash your hands. Mwah. Bye, guys.